What's happening, guys? Got a business/life question here on transitioning in your 40s into becoming a strength coach, following your passion. So I'm going to read this question and answer it thoroughly, so stay with me. Zach, serious question. I know you've probably answered it 100 times. I'm going to try to be very brief. And yes, I've answered this question in many different formats, but it's okay. Sometimes you need to hear it at the right time. But I suggest going back and digging up prior videos, prior podcasts I've done to get the other styles of answers. I just left my construction job. I'm tired of working with dead-end losers and addicts, quite honestly. I'm either going to college basically to start from scratch, I'm going to study health and human performance, exercise science, or I could spend that money, perhaps more wisely in my opinion, and hook up with someone willing to take me on a long-term mentorship type basis. Teach me the hands-on approach, non-military, in the trenches. He laughs because I always say how people get upset when I say in the trenches. You're not allowed to say in the trenches unless, you were in a foxhole with somebody, holding your machine gun. My goal is to be a private strength conditioning coach for middle school, high school athletes, and now is the time for me to make it happen. I would eventually and magically be in a great position to one day have enough money to do it. We both know how that bullshit line of thinking works out. That's right. You don't get what you want, you get what you earn. I've studied and implemented your information for years, even back from the Elite FTS days. And guys, I was writing for Elite FTS before I even opened the first warehouse gym, so 10, 11, 12 years ago. You've been a tremendous help for me and my son. So it seems fitting to get some feedback from you directly, even though you're probably smashing your computer and cursing me out on so many levels. Not at all. So here's the thing. It really depends on your situation. In your 40s, it might be a little bit tough to go back to school full time. What do I, attribute my knowledge to in training? Is it what I learned in undergrad or graduate school? Or is it what I learned going through the seminars, going through certifications, investing in courses? Back in the day, lots and lots of DVDs and traveling. I learned more of my communication skills, my management skills, a lot of grit just going through undergrad, my commitment to excellence. Our professors were very tough on us. My training knowledge was always learned on that ground floor, coaching other athletes, attending certifications, attending seminars. That investment has been paying me back since day one. All of those things. I think people nowadays, they lose their ability to learn because you're just sitting on Facebook all day. Back in the day, there was just a couple of great websites you could go to for powerful information. Now, people don't read blogs. It's like they can't get their asses away from Facebook. It's this world that we live in, and that's the way it is. So do you want to be awesome? I'm going to suggest that you get a job, you intern in mentorship somewhere. On weekends, I'd say set a goal. Every month, every other month, attend big seminars. Soar Next Summer Strong. Any kind of internship that these coaches can offer. Even go to the local CrossFit, the local strength conditioning gym. Ask them if they need an intern. And listen, when we're looking for interns, we're looking for somebody who's got knowledge, looking for somebody who's got communication skills, most of all, somebody who's hungry and willing to do work. We want, when I have Coach Andy. Coach Andy's part of the team. He runs part of the Manasquan Underground Strength Gym. When he did his internship, I remember he sent in a video to describe why he would be a great intern. He sent me video footage of him lifting. I mean, he really took the time to put something together versus some of these people, they cut and paste an application to whom it may concern. It's like, dude, you just got nixed. You didn't even try. You just cut and paste, you half-asser. So Tom, you want to put your heart and soul into it. Sounds like you're in the right place. Get in the trenches. Learn from those people. I'm going to obviously recommend you get my online underground strength coach certification. I think your mind will be blown. Go to business seminars. Everything is going to be an investment. And then I have so many videos on how you could start out training people in your garage, training them for free, building your website, leveraging, training your friends, holding challenges. There's ways to make it happen. And I'm telling you guys, if you just sit your dumb asses on Facebook and just, you're not investing your time, you're doing a lot of time wasting. Invest your time in new knowledge and take action every day. Hustle like a son of a bitch. It takes a lot of time, and you're right. I'm 40, and I'm like, holy shit, where did time go? You're 42, you've got a son, I've got kids, so your time is it's got to be even more dialed in. Manage to an even greater, control your time. Don't just manage it. I'm going to recommend you read Dan Kennedy, No BS Time Management, Dan Kennedy, No BS Wealth Attraction. I've got business courses. Only if you're going to invest, what I always did, if I invested in a course that costed me $300, I remember in my head I said, you've got to make that tenfold this month. I gave myself 30 days, and that put this internal, motivation on myself that said, oh, you just invested that money? Now you're going to put it to work, motherfucker. You ain't wasting that money. You will put it to work. If you've got that mindset and that attitude, you could crush it. And as a beginner and intermediate, don't ever feel like you are above anything. Go be a trainer at Workout World. Be the best trainer in Workout World. Build your way up. Go intern inside a CrossFit gym. Mop, sweep. Help them take videos, photos on Instagram. Be training partners to people. Do whatever it takes if you want to get to the top. I mean, it's not one way to succeed. It's 100 ways to succeed as a coach. And I could keep rattling them all off, but I think you get the point. And anybody else out there who's considering, you can't be halfway into it. If you want to succeed, you got to be all in, especially if you're going to be independent. Because if you're independent like myself, you're not just coaching. You're spending time learning the marketing, doing the marketing. Is that fun? For some people it is. Some people, they want to just be coaches. Gary Vaynerchuk says, do a self-audit. Who are you? What kind of person are you? So Tom, if you are not into that marketing stuff, then maybe you need to just coach full time, where you're just coaching and coaching. If you love all the business stuff and you want to juggle it all, then go for it. For me, I didn't realize, what all that marketing stuff would entail. I just kind of fell into it. I will always be a coach. That's the bottom line. And there's a lot of work for me to do to get my, underground strength system into the schools where I want it to be. And it's going to take work. And I'm ready to do the work. And that's where I'm going to win. And that's where you got to win. Because most people don't want to do the work. They say they want to do it, but when it comes down to it, they just want to sit on Facebook and like every stupid post instead of taking action, learning, taking risks, calculated risks, doing the work, investing in their knowledge, training knowledge, business knowledge, life knowledge, all knowledge, just getting after it. There's, don't talk about it, be about it. Click the links below. There's a lot of free resources and, of course, resources you could invest in. And that's it, brother. Get out there and make it happen. Peace.